Cell communication is fairly similar to communicating by phone because, well, they both involve communication. Cells receive signals from the environment and from other cells. Direct contact, which would be more like physically talking, is between animal cells, allowing proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids to transmit information. Information is also transmitted through communication junctions. Synaptic signaling occurs between junctions of nerve cells. Neurotransmitters, like text messages, are short-lived chemical signals. To remember paracrine signaling, just think about making local calls. Endocrine signaling is like a group message. It distributes signals throughout a multicellular organism. A signal transduction pathway is a sequence of molecular interactions that transforms an intracellular signal into a specific cellular response. Signaling molecules are first messengers. They are like the first person that sends info through text, and then a chain starts. Receptor proteins are molecules with binding sites for signaling molecules. They are like the satellites where all the phone signals go through. Second messengers are molecules that relay a signal, just like a person relays a text or call. A signaling cascade is a series of enzymatic reactions. The complexity of many signal transduction pathways have several advantages. A gated ion receptor is like the blocking option on a phone. It is a protein that contains a gated channel that opens and closes in response to a specific signal. A ligand-gated ion receptor responds to a specific ligand. A voltage-gated ion receptors open or close in response to voltage differences across the membrane. This is a typical ligand-gated ion sequence. A G-protein coupled receptor is a transmembrane protein that activates a G protein, which activates another protein, which triggers a cellular response. This is a typical sequence for a G-protein coupled receptor. Glycogen breakdown in muscles and liver cells is an example of a cAMP signaling pathway. A protein kinase receptor is a transmembrane protein enzyme. These enzymes are kinases because they add a phosphate group to a protein. This is a typical RTK sequence. Insulin signal transduction is an example of an RTK pathway. The mitogen activated protein kinases are an example of a kinase cascade activated by a G protein. Intracellular receptors are found in the cytoplasm or nucleus, and its ligands are small and nonpolar. A typical intercellular receptor pathway goes like this. 1. A signaling molecule enters the cytoplasm. 2. The signaling molecule binds to an intercellular receptor, activating it. 3. The receptor signaling molecule complex acts as a transcription factor. 4. Deactivation of the pathway can occur when signaling molecules or receptor proteins are enzymatically degraded. Here's a summary of everything I just said. Cholera is a waterborne disease caused by bacteria. Cancer is a result of uncontrolled cell division. Apoptosis is a programmed cell death. This phone has gone through a virus, and this phone has gone through uncontrollable abuse. End call.